Hello, my name is Sean Copeland and I am Chairman and CEO of Regent Bank, and welcome to another edition of Regent Elevate, our weekly video series designed to help take you and your business to the next level. I love this series. I know you should never be a fan of your own work, but I just love this series. We're talking about how to make great leaders. Being a leader is constantly a work in progress. The best leaders are always trying to learn and grow and figure out ways to get better. And so we're going to talk about how to do that. Now, here's what we know. We know, number one, that companies grow or die based upon leadership. We know that leaders are made, leaders are not born, and we know that great leaders are never satisfied and always growing. So previously in this series, we talked about accepting ultimate responsibility for the fate of your company or department or your family, for that matter. Whatever you happen to be leading, accept responsibility. We talked about the fact that leading, managing, and holding your people accountable are important parts of your job. It's easy to forget about that, but those are very important parts of leadership. And then last week we brought in a previous Regent Elevate that people really enjoyed, about hiring really great people and turning them loose. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about two more realities or keys to success of being a great leader. Number one, we're going to talk about the importance of building your team. And number two, we're going to talk about the importance of creating a vision. So let's talk about building your team first and foremost. Back in 2009, when Regent Bank went through very difficult times, the number one thing that I learned is that it's not about the CEO, it is about the team. The only thing that turned us around and got us out of our problems wasn't me, it was a fantastic team of bankers that all banded together and did what was necessary. So we want to talk about how do we do that? How do we build a great team? First and foremost, clearly you've got to hire the best people. We have found over time that it makes more sense to go ahead and pay the extra money to hire great people rather than try to skimp and save and get a lower caliber talent. Now, I know pay and talent don't always match up, but if you find that person that you want, you've got to go ahead and pay the money. Then you've got to invest in them. You've got to develop them. You've got to allow them to learn. Go to conferences. Go to training. Let them constantly be growing and developing. Three, you've got to spend time with them. You've got to build the relationship. It's your responsibility as the leader to develop a quality relationship with your executive team or the people within your department, whatever the case may be. So you've got to invest in that time. It's not wasted time. It's not idle time. It's building a relationship, which will be very important as you move forward. Got to learn to listen. You need to set high expectations, and finally, do not micromanage. As you're thinking about creating a great team for your company, I want to just give you a couple of very good resources. One is strategiccoach.com has a book called How the Best Get Better, and in it, it talks about the concept of unique teamwork. Great companies occur when everyone on the team is doing what they are best at and allowing the other people to do what they are best at. So you're not trying to be the rugged individualist where you're running everything, telling everybody what to do. You focus on what you're great at and hire people that complement you and let them do your job. The other book that I really love is 5 Dysfunctions of a Team by Tim Lencioni. It talks about how a team should function very openly, transparently, being honest with each other, respecting each other, but not being scared to say what's really on their mind. So I highly recommend that book as well. The second thing we want to talk about, the second tip that we want to talk about today is the CEO's main job, in my opinion, which is to create the vision for the organization. Now, this includes, where you want to be in the future, 3, 5, and 10 years. It includes the core values that you feel like the company needs to work within. And overall, you're really trying to inspire your team to greatness. Now, you have to repeat your vision over and over and over again. And if you've struggled to create a vision for your company, let me give you some ideas of what we use here at Regent Bank. So our vision is to passionately serve our clients to help them achieve their dreams. Okay, that's our overall vision for our organization. We want every client to be a client for life, and our slogan is passion to serve. Our ultimate goal is by 2025, Regent Bank will reach $1 billion in total assets and $12 million in net income by maintaining strong regulatory ratings, giving back to our communities, and becoming known as the best place to bank and best place to work in the state of Oklahoma. So that is an example of our vision. Our core values are bring your A game every day, always do your very best each and every day, be a lifelong learner, continue to grow, never stop growing, enjoy the journey. So we want to have fun as we are growing, have a sense of urgency, be very responsive to clients, always be truthful and transparent, and show you care. So that is kind of the framework that we have built Regent Bank around, and I encourage you to develop a strong, clear vision for your company or department or family and really inspire the group of people that you lead toward that vision. So I'm so excited that you're here with us today. Next time we're going to talk about the importance of innovation from the CEO role or from the leadership role, and always being consistent. That it's very important not to be up and down, but to always be consistent for your employees or your family. So thank you so much for being here with us on this edition of Regent Elevate. We always appreciate it. If you want to make sure you receive these, be sure and like us on either LinkedIn, Twitter, or Facebook, and we'll make sure you get these each week. We try to get them out on Friday. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you next week.